Hi friends, welcome to our third writing lesson. I hope you've been enjoying creating your own I Survived books. Today we're going to add our third paragraph or our third chapter. So remember, our goal is that students will be able to write one paragraph with a flow map. They will use correct punctuation, capital letters, and transition words. Before we make our flow maps, I want to remind you about two things. The first one is, after your transition word and you put a comma, this next word does not need to be a capital letter, okay? It's still part of the same sentence, and we're only capitalizing the first letter. The second thing is, a lot of you are still not capitalizing your I's. An I by itself is always capitalized, so please double check and proofread your papers to make sure you are doing that, okay? Alright, next up we are going to make our flow map. So, pause the video, make sure you have your paper and your pencil. Alright, here we go. So remember, to make our flow maps, we fold the paper in half. One time, it looks like this. Then we fold it in half one other time. And now it looks like this. Okay, then we can unfold it and we are ready to write. Today we are going to have three big ideas, and we are talking all about doing school online. Our first big idea is, what have you been doing for your first 2 weeks of school? So, in your first box, we're going to write first 2 weeks of school. And then go ahead and put a box around it. During my first 2 weeks, I've had Zoom meetings. I've had writing lessons, science lessons, and we learned the Be Kind dance. Our second big idea is how we're feeling about online school. So in your second box, we're going to write feelings about online school. And then you're going to put a box around that one. My feelings are that we are learning a lot of new things, which I am happy about. But I really miss my students. And I'm having fun making videos. Our third big idea that we're going to write about is the pros and cons of online school. So in your third box, you're going to write pros and cons, and then draw a box around that one. Okay? So one pro, or a positive thing, is that we can see each other on Zoom. Another pro is that we're still learning. And one con, or a negative thing, is that we cannot be together all day like we're used to. Alright, now we're ready to add our transition words. So for my first one, I'm going to say in the beginning. Put a circle around that. For my next paragraph, I'm going to say after. Circle around that. And then I'm going to say nevertheless. Remember, you should have a transition word for each big idea. Now I'm ready for my introduction. I'm going to say today is April 6th, 2020. I am sitting outside in the beautiful sunshine! Exclamation point. We have been doing school online for 2 weeks. Period. Okay, final part of our flow map is our conclusion statement. So I need a transition word. In conclusion, online school is going well. I love seeing my students on Zoom. I am learning a lot, and so are my students! Exclamation point. Okay, now your flow map should be complete. Remember, before you type, you can always rehearse it with a parent or a stuffed animal if you want to read through what you wrote first. Here's an example of what your paragraph should sound like after you type it all up. Today is April 6, 2020. I am sitting outside in the beautiful sunshine. We have been doing online school for 2 weeks. In the beginning, we first met with our homeroom class on a Zoom meeting. I also created science and writing lessons for my students. I really enjoyed learning the Be Kind tenet of the month and dancing. After the first week, I really started to get the hang of online school. I miss my students, but I am learning so many new things. I also enjoy making videos for them. Nevertheless, there are many pros and cons to online school. One pro is that we can see each other on Zoom. Another pro is that we are still learning so much. A con is that we cannot see each other all day long. In conclusion, online school is going well. I love seeing my students on Zoom. I am learning a lot, and so are my students. For your third paragraph, you can add it on to the Google Doc that you already created. That way you have them all in the same place. Don't forget to submit it to me on your Google Classroom. That way I can read all the great things that you wrote. If you need help, be sure to ask or join me during my office hours. I love you and miss you. Bye! Sit.